What's going on there, YouTube? Vaping with Twisted420 has returned. And today, we got some unique shit here, people. It's another one of those authentic versus clone situation on some really unique, badass mods. Today, we're going to take a look at the Slug mod by Steelpunk and its clone from rbavapor.com. Let's have a look at it, why don't we? Whoa! All right, folks, and we are back. We are back. Feels good. Feels good to be back, folks. What we got here are some pretty special mods. They're very, very unique, and they're just plain fucking beautiful. I've been loving using both of them. This is the Slug mod clone. This is the Slug mod by Steelpunk. This one came from RBA Vapor. They're made by Shinzi. I don't fucking, it's Shinzi, I think. They're the same guys who did the Panzers, the badass Copper Red Phoenix, and the BMF, and all those other badass, but they did a really good job on this guy. My homeboy Chris Pugh up in Mesquite, Texas. Shout out to Chris one time, y'all. Everybody say thank you to Chris. Maybe wave at him a little. Say hi to him. Chris let me borrow his authentic Slug, and I had the real one for about a week or two. Been loving it, using it every fucking day, just enjoying the shit out of it. It's so you'll find out. And Chris hit me up. He's like, hey man, I'll send you my real one. You want to check it out and everything? I was like, well, fuck yeah. So yeah, so here we are. Really, really cool. They're wood and brass, and they got copper contacts, and they got these little, they said, I was doing some research. It said like a Colt 80 series gun. That's what the hammer on this is like, and that's how you fire it. It's just badass. It's so badass. They're both badass. And what I'm going to do for you guys today, it's going to be a bitch, but I'm going to break both of these fuckers down because they are fully mechanical mods. Forgot to mention that. They're mech mods. 18650 only mech mods. There, sorry. And they're so badass. Let's look at these little fuckers. Just look at them in the distance. Now let's get to the price. The authentic right here, I've looked around and it was around $250 to $300 is what the real one was going for. RBA Vapor selling the clone for $49.95, if I'm not mistaken. $49.95. So yeah, big price difference, but I gotta say the authentic is fucking nice. They cloned a beautiful piece of machinery here. The craftsmanship on this guy on the authentic is crazy. They did a pretty good job on the clone, but you'll see the similarities and the differences here when we dive up close in a second. Now, one thing about the authentic, it's using this iron wood, this ebony wood from the Philippines. The technical term over there in the Philippines I can't pronounce, so I'm not gonna butcher your language. We're just gonna let that ride. But I gotta say, the clone's badass. You'll find out all that, but this fucking wood on this thing is really, really strong wood as I researched. Pretty badass wood. They say you could take a brand new chainsaw and it can only cut through 2 fully grown trees before it breaks. Like, that's why they call it ironwood. It's some strong shit and it's so sexy. It's just beautiful wood, really beautiful wood, if you will. Beautiful ebony wood, if you will. But they just use some kind of other wood over here on the one from China, the clone, but I don't care. It still looks pretty pimp. They're both really, really nice. But yeah, without yip-yapping too much more, let's go ahead and dive up close and take a look at everything, see what we got going. All right, let's get down there. All right, folks, and here we are up close with the Slug mod and its clone. What's pretty cool about both of them, they come with these little pouches. They got these little belt loops on here. You can throw that on your side and get to rocking. This is the authentic on the left and the clone on the right. I noticed the clone has like a little design. It kind of matches the mod, a little swoop, little whoop. And the authentic doesn't. And this one's a little cleaner, probably because it's newer, and that one's got a little dirt. You get the idea. Cool little pouches, though. That's pretty neat. You can just pop those fuckers in here like so. Yeah, get in there. And bam, you're walking around with a fucking some Slug mods ready to go down. Just fucking pop them out. You can use them while it's in the thing too. It's fucking pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, enough of the pouches. Let's take a look at the devices themselves. All right, and here they are, the Slug mods. One thing I noticed right off bat, but besides the wood is you can tell is a major difference. They're both wood, but that wood's a lot nicer. You know what I mean? That iron wood, though. One thing about them, the brass on the top and the bottom is a lot shinier. I don't know if it's just patinaed on this one already. I might try to shine it and see what's up. But this guy doesn't patina, oddly enough. All the pictures I've seen people using it and stuff, Never has a patina on it. I've been using it. Chris has been using it. No patina, still shiny. Something interesting. The hammers, that's one more difference. The hammer on the fucking the clone is bigger than the one on the authentic, slightly. Something else I noticed. Just little minor differences, Let's take a look at the logos real quick before we get to the important stuff. Looks pretty dead on. You can see it's a little deeper on the authentic over here, and it's a bit lighter over here on the clone. The ridges and all the little lines and shit are pretty dead on. Notice this corner is a lot sharper on the clone, where it's more smoothed out over here. And then the serial numbers, RBA Vapor, they took care of me. They got me number 420 like a boss. That was awesome. But yeah, there's the serial numbers. As you can see on the authentic, it's a lot bigger. A lot bigger engraving for the serial on the authentic. Now let's get to brass tacks here. Right up here up top, you got a copper floating 510 on each one of them. Here's the thing. The real one allows you to sit the Addy flush. And it's a perfect little 22 millimeter cutout right there up top. It allows you to sit it up there flush. Oh shit, that might be 23 millimeter. Yeah, 23, my bad. You see, bam, it's flush. But here's the problem. The way you make contact on here is with this little screw-in plastic piece that has a spring on it. When you got this bad boy flush up top, this kind of juts out a little bit, so it doesn't quite sit flat. Now, on the clone, I try to screw an Addy all the way down, and it doesn't go all the way. That's where I stopped that on here. But a benefit of that is that I can screw this all the way in, and it sits flush on the bottom. So that's kind of weird. Both of them got a little bit of a toss-up on here, and I'm just using regular 18650s flat tops, in case you guys are wondering. And then we got some venting down here as well. We're going to get to all that in a second. So yeah, that's something about the 510. And the way you lock and unlock these little fellas is with this little screw. Check it out. You screw it all the way in, it's locked. This is the authentic. One thing about the authentic too, you got to do a lot less screws to unlock it than on the clone. But let's say, yeah, it's locked. You screw it out, bam, it's ready to boogie. And she's boogieing. So yeah, you don't keep unscrewing it, because you'll unscrew it all the way and then it'll just fall out. But yeah, that's how you do that. Over here, same situation. Screwed all the way in, it will not fire for shit. Back it out a little bit. Now that's about where I backed it out on the authentic. Still not firing on the clone. You got to go a little bit further, and then it's boogieing. And one thing cool about the clone though, depending on how far you unscrew it, you can kind of adjust the throw. Like if you want it a little bit looser, unscrew it a little bit more. And if you want a little bit tighter, screw it in some more. See that? Yeah, that's one thing pretty cool. But yeah, that's how you lock and unlock both of them, and that's how you fire them. Pretty damn cool. It feels so natural in the hand. It's like a box mod, but it's not. You just pop that bitch in your hand, and it's very comfortable. That's one thing I'll say. It's very, very comfortable. You can just party all day. Now let me pop the batteries out and show you guys the bottom contacts. Okay, cool. I got my batteries out, and what you got here is a little copper encasement. Just a little encasement that you pop your battery in. That goes up inside the mod, and then you make contact, right? So slide your battery in, slide the little tube in, bada bing, bada boom, and then this spring is what makes contact on the negative side. See what I'm saying? And these caps also have big vent holes in them. On the authentic, it's bigger than on the clone, matter of fact. See? Pretty good size difference on those vent holes. That's how the battery vents. These little encasements also, where the fuck you go? Oh yeah, peekaboo. These little encasements are also copper. I don't know if I mentioned that already. And they got vent holes in the bottom of them. They look pretty identical as far as the clone and on the right and the authentic on the left. There's more of a brushed copper look to the clone case though. Oh yeah, the bottom unscrews off these guys too. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. It makes sense. It's like all wood inside. So this this little sleeve acts as like your copper tube. It's like a copper mod inside there making contact. Here's something else that's kind of weird on the both of them. The spring's a lot bigger on the clone. It's a lot sturdier of a spring. It's just bigger. It's just plain bigger. But it also looks like it's kind of shiny. So I don't know if it's got coating on it or whatever. Either way, I'm surprised, like with these things making the bottom contact with the springs, that they're hitting as well as they are. I guess the same thing as a mech mod though. Springs in the button on there, so fuck it, spring right here. I don't know. But yeah, the springs don't seem to hurt the voltage drop. They fucking both kick ass. They kick ass. But yeah, that's that. That's how all that stuff works. And to see the rest of the insides and such, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these bitches apart. You see those two screws right there? Yeah, those come out. There's a fuck. There's also screws up here. Those come out. We're gonna take both of these mods completely apart, show you the insides. Fuck me, it's gonna suck, but let's do it. Fuck it. Just for whatever fucking reason, I guess I'll show you a little bit of this happening, just so that you can see that there's really things happening here. That I'm taking screws out, and then the fucking mod comes apart. This is just filler. This is video filler at the moment, people. Give me just a second, and through the magic of editing, everything will be done. Alright folks, and there they are, all the parts and stuff. Voila! Magic bitches. Yeah, they're all broken down. Here's the screws that hold them together. The biggest difference I've noticed between the authentic and the clone is that the authentic screw is much bigger. I think they're brass, I don't know, maybe brass screws. But yeah, as you can see, clone on the right, authentic on the left. Bigger screws on the real deal. Next thing is the wood. Both of them are real wood. Of course this is the iron wood. Feels nice and sturdy. Pretty nice. Pretty damn nice. Here's the clone right here, and it is actually real wood. It's just a different kind. It's just a much different kind. See this little burnt spot? That little burnt spot, I'll tell you about that in a minute. That's because I didn't know where the spring went, and I'll show you that when we put it back together. Almost had a little problem right there, but it worked out. Nothing went wrong. Everything was good. Everything was fine. Both of the firing assemblies are held on with a screw up here. They both got a little screw in them, both up top. And that's what's happening. When you pull this, it's pushing the battery up and it's making contact, and that's how it fires. Pretty cool. But there's also a spring that goes in here. And here's the floating 510s that we were talking about. See, like here's the authentic. Oh wait, let me screw something on there real quick. I'll show you. Damn it! I'll show you it adjusting. Bam! Just adjust it all the way down. But like I said, remember, you can't have everything sitting flush if you do it like that. Let's go ahead and grab the clone and try to adjust it. You know what? I probably will be able to adjust the clone if I screw with it, but I haven't really been tripping on it. Let's see. Yeah. See that gap? Yeah, it's not loose. The connection up there isn't loose. So you're gonna have a little bit of gap on the clone. That's the only problemo. Both of them got a little bit of insulator up top and a contact. The contact on the authentic is a lot bigger than the one on the clone also. See that? See the size difference in there? The whole contact section is bigger, the insulator and the contact. Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. And this one is not wanting to float. Mine was a sample though, so I don't know if they're fixing that on the ones that they're selling. I'm not too keen, but that's how that works. Oh yeah, here's the bottom of these guys. I don't know what these little indentions all the way in there are for, because I mean everything's sitting in there. It's just kind of chilling. I don't know what it's on the authentic, but not on the clone. See that? And it's like they got a juice well on the clone one too. I don't know what's going on down there. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Maybe it has something to do with venting or something. I don't know. Fucking airflow or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Now let's put these things back together. That's what we need to do. We'll start with the authentic. So here's the authentic. What we're going to do is, put the top section in just like that. Bam. Now that's in there. Now here's what you're going to want to do. This is going to be kind of a bitch. Here's the screw that goes in for the lock. What we're going to do is, I'm going to get the spring. This is a little spring. That's how the firing mechanism goes back and forth, how it rocks. Spring pushes it back out once you let go of it. See what I'm saying? I got to try to get that spring in there somehow. Fuck. It's going to be difficult as shit. Yeah, this is going to go through there. That spring needs to fit inside that little bitty gap in there. I'm going to have to do this off camera. I'll be right back. Motherfuck. Yeah, I got that motherfucker. It was a bitch. Here's what I ended up doing. I took these tweezers and I compressed the spring all the way and then slid it off in there like so. Pushed it down. Bam. Now you can see how the switch works. man, that's all there is to it. And when it's screwed all the way in, that's why you can't fire it, because it's locked in there. Pretty badass. Okay, I finally got that figured out. All right, cool. That was gonna be a bitch. Let's see, what else here? What else here? We'll pop that in there like so. Take the bottom, pop it on, and bada bing, bada boom. It's pretty simple, actually. It's just that spring's a bitch. You just take your screws. I'll start hand tightening them. Then I'll come back with my screwdriver, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And it's at first, when I first seen it, I was like, how the fuck is that full mechanical? But then I was like, all right, I see how they did it. It's pretty sweet. Taking it apart can be a little bit of fun, but if you ever decide to do it, at least you know how to now and put it back together, hopefully. Alright folks, same thing on the clone. I'm gonna have to get this spring back in there and make all that work. But I'm not gonna video it. I'm just gonna pop back and we'll be done. Same shit as what I did over there. Bam, just like that, they're fully functioning mods again. Overall folks, these are very, very unique mechanical mods. And I love the shit out of both of them. They're both really, really cool. They're comfortable to hold. They hit hard. I can't complain. They're fucking unique. They're right up my fucking alley is what they are. I like these guys. I like these guys. And now what we're going to do is we're going to back out, talk on it, and vape on it, people. Alright folks, and we are back. We just took an up close and personal look at the Slug mods. And the question is, Twisted, how do they vape? I gotta say folks, they both vape pretty damn nicely. Like I said, I only noticed a slightly harder hit over here on the Authentic. Not super noticeable, but hey, I did notice, so that's saying something. Both of them do hit extremely hard though. I like both of them. Let's go for a double toe. I couldn't do it. It was too much for me. Okay, I coughed. Fuck it. I'm leaving it in the video too. But anyway, folks, whew, good lord. Let's go down to comparisons here, little pros and cons and all that. As far as pros, I love everything about these guys. I love everything about them. I really don't have any complaints on either side besides this not sitting flush and this not sitting flush down here. It's like I got it one way or another, fucking up here or down here. But I also want to apologize to you folks for this video. I fucking drove like over 300 miles today, and I wasn't going to do a video. I was going to wait and save up time, and I'm tired, and the wife's like, I'm going to go get groceries. I was like, well, fuck, I might as well go shoot a video. So here we are. So I apologize for some of the video. I tried to do the best I could. I should have waited till tomorrow, but tomorrow's football Sunday, so what are you going to do? It's just one of those life dilemmas. But anyway, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. Back to the review thing that we're doing or whatever. Both of them are very nice. If I was reviewing either one of them independently, I'd give both of these bitches 2 thumbs up. This one costs a lot more than this one. But I gotta say, for the originality and everything that went into this and the quality of the materials and the wood and everything, it's pretty fucking nice. I don't know if it's $250, $300 nice, but it's up there. It's very, very nice. These are like fucking shits. I'm gonna put these bitches on my fireplace mantle. These are showpieces right here, people. The original especially. I love the clone. I got the clone first. I've been using it, been praising it, telling everybody it's good. It is good. But I gotta say, after playing with this Authentic, it is nice, and it is nicer than this guy. Just the materials, the wood's a big difference. And like I said, it hits a little bit harder. That's not a super big deal, but the quality, you guys see it. You know what I mean? It's nicer. But fuck, man, for 49 bucks, this bitch ain't bad either. It's a very, very close incarnation of the Authentic. Just like I said, few differences. I love both of them. 2 thumbs up on both of these guys. I don't know how many they made of the Authentic or if they're readily available, but I might try to get myself one. It's that nice, and I really do appreciate this Authentic that much. But also, I'm gonna send this back to Chris. I'm gonna be using the shit out of this until I decide to do that. If I do or don't, still don't know. I'm pretty happy with the clone, I must say. It still does a great job. It's very unique. They're both very comfortable to hold. And the way you fire them is just cool as shit. And the way you lock them is easy. And they're nice. Like I said, this one won't sit flush. This one won't sit flush. They're doing some weird stuff. But those are the two, literally the only cons I got for either one of them. Let me have a toke. Fantastic. Vaping some Fat Boys Delight over here and some Like a Sir over here. Let me get a toke on the Authentic. they're just both great. And you know, a lot of it's going to be build dependent. So, but they're great mechanical mods. Lowest I went on either of them is 0.2. Haven't noticed any problems. These springs have been holding up. They've been doing great. They're just fantastic little mods. I love these guys. And they're really good mods, folks. That's what I got for you. I had seen them a while back, like some pictures and stuff and a couple of videos, and I was like, oh damn, that's nice. But actually holding and playing with these guys, these Slug mods, fuck, they're nice. I'm gonna try to links for this if it's in stock anywhere. If nothing else, I'll post a link to the Facebook of Steel Punk, so you guys can go check them out. I'll put up links to this guy in the description. I think RBA Vapor has these in stock already, so I'll post a link to these guys. Like I said, $49.95 versus $250 to $300. It's pretty close, not quite as nice. I'm still gonna give it to the clone though. It's 50 bucks. I still do want an authentic though, but I gotta say, as far as a value aspect, it depends on what your morals are and what you value though. At the same time, maybe you value, you know, craftsmanship and like original stuff or whatever, and it's like pricey and you don't mind because you enjoy stuff like this and you buy it. Or maybe you like, I really like the look of that, but I'm not gonna spend that much. Bam. The void has been filled. Like I said, if I'm rambling my dick off at this point. Links in the description. Go grab one, either one. They're fantastic mods. I love them. The wood and the brass, and they're just great. Okay, and that's all I got for you, folks. I'm so tired. I shouldn't even be doing this video, but fuck it. It's the Slug mod authentic versus the Slug mod clone. The clone wins it for price. Just overall price, I gotta give it to him. You know, I guess that's gonna always be the case with these authentics versus clones, but if nothing else, you get to see what they're like, both of them, and see how they compare, and see where your money's going as far as how much you pay and stuff in Jesus and the Bible, okay? But yeah, that's what I got for you, folks. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to keep on vaping, and most importantly, you stay sexy, YouTube. Me and the slugs are out. Alright folks, and here we are up close with the Steel Punk Slug mod and its clone. Damn it.